Because you have kids does not mean your dreams end. It does not mean that you can't be pretty anymore. It does not mean that you can't go out and enjoy yourself. It does not mean you cannot take care of yourself. It just means you have to be creative in a way to do it.
She always got something to say. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
We gonna cry a little.
I
We gonna laugh a lot.
I like
her. Hear real shit.
Keeping it real.
In the right spot.
Come on,
Let's
y'all.
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm your girl Jamaica, of course. If you are new here and you do not know what to do here, you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and just like that, you are a jewel before the new year. Any time is a good time to be a jewel of mine. So there you go. If you haven't been here and you are still here, you still rocking, you still rolling, you still tuning in, what the fuck is up? I've been seeing a lot of videos surrounding getting out of your lazy girl era and, like, you know, propelling and staying motivated and consistent and persistent in your dreams and your goals and getting to that next level. Let me just tell you, as a single mother, that's hard. This isn't for, like, the everyday woman who has no kids, but they can take from this. But this video is geared more towards single moms or just moms in general who feel like they unmotivated because they're already exhausted. It's hard to be consistent in your own goals when you are just tired, when you are trying to help your children be consistent and reach their goals, or your husband, or just being able to run your household. You really forget about, damn, I have my own dreams. Even small little goals are very hard to accomplish when you're overwhelmed and when you're exhausted and when you just have so many other things going on that you feel like are more important than you, that you feel like should take precedent. I'm here as a single mother to tell y'all what we could do, okay? Because we got to go on this journey together, and our goals are still important, and our dreams are still important, and those things that we just want to accomplish for ourselves to feel like I'm still a woman and I still matter. Those things are all still important. So we're going to figure out how we can touch them and stay on track. Number one, self. I don't say this to sound selfish. I say it to say that, you know how when you get on the airplane and they're like, oh, something happened, you put the mask on yourself, so therefore you can then tend to whomever is next to you, a family member, a child, a friend, whomever. You have to take that and you have to apply that in your everyday life. If you are not feeling your best, looking your best, at your best, you cannot possibly be the best for your children, for your spouse, for your job, and to even run your household. You'll fall into a depression, your house will get dirty, you know, your kids will start to notice the difference. It may cause some disruption in your marriage because you are not taking care of yourself. Because you are not saying to yourself, wait a minute, I deserve to. I deserve to. Now, that's even harder for single moms. Me, for example, I live in a state where I really don't have any family, if any family here at all. And I don't really have friends. I do have friends, but we all are just so busy in our own lives. And we all have our own things going on where I can't just go and say, here, watch my kid. So it's really hard for me to find those self-care moments or even days. It really has to be like when my child is asleep. So early in the morning, I will wake up an hour before my child gets up just to have coffee and peace and quiet. I will stay up an hour or two late after he goes to bed just so I can have that quiet time, that peace of mind, that solitude, that. So with that only being the days, I'm not like going out and getting my hair and my nails done. I don't have time. I'm working at the time that my child is at daycare. Now, I do have a day off where daycare will be open. I'm definitely going to use that. See what I did? I found the moment where I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going to go and do something without having to grab a toddler, say sit down, be quiet, stop yelling. Whoo. Okay, so for single parents, I can understand how that's harder, where you kind of have to find those moments of self in between being a mom. Is it possible? Yes. Does it require you to stay up late? Yes. Get up early? Yes. Maybe pay a little extra time for daycare or call off work and use that PTO, or if you ain't got no PTO, fuck it, I'm still taking this day off? Yes. For anyone, for any woman, for any mother, being able to just have that self-care and remember that you need to have a reminder that you are beautiful, that you need to remind yourself that you can, that you should have your hair done, you should have your toes and your feet done, and manicure and pedicure. You know, you can go buy yourself something nice and not feel guilty about it. You can go eat a meal and don't have to sit in your car. Like, go out, have yourself a dinner all by yourself if you can find the time. Ask your friends, can you watch my child? Ask your family members, can you watch my child? And then you take that time to get pretty, take yourself on a date, have your own dinner. Bask in you. It is okay to go on a date by yourself to a nice dinner. It's very cheap because it's just you. It's just what you want. And you can enjoy that time to inhale and exhale. Number 2 and number 1 and all the other ones I'm going to say all have to include God. But you really have to ask God to give you that reminder every day that you can still accomplish something. Again, it's so easy when you're a single mom or you're a mom in general to work so hard on everybody else. You're working so hard on everybody else's goals. You feel like, oh, I have kids now. Oh, I have a husband now. Oh, I have a house now. These are my responsibilities, and that's my focus. But your focus may be something you still have. Your focus should be something that you still want out of life. Whether it's to write a book, whether it's to own a business, something small, whether it's to start an organization or a nonprofit or go volunteer or do something like that. You have to ask God to really set it in your heart and really set it in your spirit to keep you on track of that. So even if it's doing small little things every day towards that, even if it's reaching out to other programs or people who have knowledge on the things that you want to do that are in likeness, to keep you on track to get to where you're going. Number 3, write it down. Write it down. Write it everywhere. Put it in your phone. I have a large calendar. Let me help y'all. Okay, you can't really see it between these. Okay. I have a large calendar over there. I write everything down. I have a small notebook calendar. I have a tablet, an iPad. I have the notes in my phone. I'm always writing down in some way what I want to do, how I want to stay motivated. You know, I'm always writing positive things, positive quotes. I'm writing it on the magnets on my refrigerator. You know, I'm steady writing things down. So if I open a book, it's something that's reminding me. It's a quote that I put in there. If I'm getting dressed in my room, I'm looking at my calendar, it's a quote up there. If I'm picking up my phone and I'm scrolling through my notes, it's a note up there. I even put it in my calendar and then save it as a reminder so it reminds me every day on my phone, like it dings. And I'm like, oh my God, what is that? And it's a reminder that I wrote for myself 2 weeks ago. Will I go open my freezer and my refrigerator? Huge calendar, right on it all the time. There's notes. There's things that keep me remembering what I'm trying to do, why it's necessary for me to do it, and that God's going to help me get there, and I have to remember to help myself get there. And so the more we write things down, the more we remember, the more we think to do them, and the more confident we feel about doing it when we see it everywhere. You know, kind of like manifesting. You just see it everywhere. You see it everywhere. You see it everywhere. And so before you know it, you're already working on it and working towards it because you see it so much. You say it to yourself so much if you read it out loud. And then all of a sudden you become it. So don't be afraid to write the lipstick on your mirror in your bathroom. Just write. Just write it down and you will feel good about it. Like when I write stuff down that's a reminder for me to either do or believe, I feel confident. When I look at it, it makes me smile because it's like, 1, I wrote that. 2, I wrote that with a purpose or with some intention upon my life for me to be positive and for me to stay motivated and for me to stay consistent and for me to remember that I do have goals, they are reachable, and I can accomplish them 100%. The last thing is just being consistent. It's so easy to get exhausted, y'all. Some days I come in the house and I just go to sleep. Like after I feed my son and things and bathe him and I make sure he's in his room, y'all, I come and I get this bed, I go to sleep. Because I'm exhausted. 24 hours in a day, it just, if I'm waking up early to get a head start on my own piece and I'm staying up late to kind of wind down, I'm already still in some hours that I could be sleeping, but I'm just taking that moment. And then that big chunk of hours that I have working, and then the hours in between where I'm going to the store, I have a kid, I'm chasing after a kid, I'm trying not to choke a kid out like Bart Simpson, and I'm getting out the car, I got 50,000 bags, I've been doing this up and down all day, driving all over the place. By the time I get home, I just want to lay down. Let's not say that exhaustion and laziness are the same things, because it's not. Lazy is you not tired. You could be doing something. Instead, you're sitting down watching the boob tube. Exhaustion is when I'm exhausted. I've been doing things all freaking day. I need a moment to sit. With that being said, I can understand how staying consistent would be hard. Because if you're exhausted, you may want to skip a day. If you miss those 1 or 2 days, miss those 1 or 2 days because you've been resting. So you know, like, okay, I missed Monday and Tuesday, maybe even miss Wednesday, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to go edit. And then I'm going to miss Monday and Tuesday again, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to go edit and rest on Saturday and Sunday. You know, you have to start thinking of it like that. Thinking of it like, I can get rest, but I'm going to go harder after I rest. Now, some people can go edit week after week after week after week. Some people know how to properly plan. I've been in situations where I don't post on Instagram a lot. So what I do is when I know that I'm going to deactivate my Instagram and I'm going to take a mental health break, I'll have pre-recorded videos. I will schedule to have all that activity posted. You know, because that's proper planning. If I know that I'm going to be exhausted, if I know that I'm going to take some time off, and I just want to think ahead or think in advance or don't want to lose that momentum, you have to do things like that. People on YouTube, it may look like they record a new video every day. But I promise you, myself, I planned out a whole day a couple months ago where I recorded 5 videos back to back. All I did was change outfits, change hairstyles, maybe even went from a matte lipstick to a gloss lipstick and recorded 5 different videos, planned out 5 different topics, and did all them videos and uploaded them and spread them out through the day. Because I knew I'm going to take the next 5 days off. I knew I want to take a mental health break. I don't want to be in front of a camera. I don't want to do XYZ. So I want to plan like this. So I'm still focused on my goal. I'm still consistent, but I'm still understanding that I need rest. You can stay consistent. It's just all about how you want to be consistent. Are you one of the people who's like, nope, I need time off for a couple days, but then I want to bang out the next couple days? Are you one of the people that's like, I know I'm going to take the end of the month off, so I'm going to make X amount of videos, I'm going to do X amount of things, you know, and get all this stuff off my list so that I can do it now, get it out of the way, pre-plan for it, put it out there, and then have that last week of the month off. I don't know. You just got to be creative. You know, as a single mom, I'm really creative with my time. Sometimes it's exhausting. Yes. Does it require me to do additional things? Yes. But as a mom, when we become moms, we accept that workload. There's just certain things as a mother you can't get away from. As a single mother, you definitely cannot get away from. So you just got to kind of eat that. We just got to eat it, you know. But we can be creative, and we can still find pockets of moments where we have for self. We can still be motivated. We can still have our goals and have our dreams and ask God to help us stay on track of that and help us stay consistent in where we're trying to go and what we're trying to do so that we can achieve it, because anything is achievable. Anything and everything. That is my, you know, ways and my steps and just some tips I wanted to share with you guys about as a single mom, kind of how to stay motivated, how to stay upbeat. It's really, 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 really freaking hard, okay? And again, I only have 2 kids. My oldest went to live with his dad, so I really only have one. It's like starting over, and he's 3, and he's a handful. But I'm still a working mom. I'm still working 50, 60 hours a week, paying for daycare, paying for food, you know, trying to help him grow, trying to do so many different things, but still trying to be successful in the way I want to be and still reach my goals. Just because you have kids does not mean your dreams end. It does not mean that you can't be pretty anymore. It does not mean that you can't go out and enjoy yourself. It does not mean you cannot take care of yourself. It just means you have to be creative in a way to do it. If you have tips and tricks and, you know, something you want to put down there for for single moms or just for moms in general who do not know, leave those in the comment section, because each one teach one, and it may help someone else who may not know what they can do. With that being said, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. If you see me in the streets, do not be afraid to speak. We are ending the year. Wow, 2023 flew past, but I'm happy to be ending it on a good note with you guys, and I'm happy to have you guys ending it with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video, way before 2024. Okay? Peace.